Dead ass. Nigga. Bro, you was just gonna turn state witness. Well, things change. Okay. Thought you had to fart, but you had the shit, huh? Yo, welcome back to Stop the Foolishness. This is episode 92, baby.
92. Happy Memorial Day, y'all.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day, man. And shout out to everyone that paid the price, ultimate price, for our freedoms that we supposedly have. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. We got freedoms, y'all. we got freedoms. So quick update before we get into it. Cuz it's not on here this week because he has a sore throat. Likely from doing something nasty. He say he can't talk. So unfortunately, cuz it's not going to be on the pod today, y'all.
Just proves to show you can't eat everybody's ass.
Yeah, boy was wild, boys. You know what I'm saying? It's not shocking when you hear somebody say that he would eat ass on a one night stand.
That I'm just saying, like.
I thought
you bound to bite into a bad one.
I was under the impression since that there were rules to the engagement. You know, saying there's rules to this shit, right?
Yeah, honestly,
cuz don't have no rules. Cuz there's no rules. You just don't give a fuck.
I honestly don't know how to react. It's kind of off-putting to me if a dude was trying to offer to eat my ass on a one night stand. Like, it's your first time meeting me,
nigga. She ain't even took a shower. She ain't even took a shower.
I'm just like.
You likely pulling her from a club. It was sweating. Fucking sweat been dripping between her ass cheeks. You don't even know if she wiped good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many levels to this. It's so many levels to this. Where it could just.
She probably ain't showered in 2 days.
It could just go south
that morning, like,
real quick. And like this man said, yeah, I probably would. Nigga, what? Are you dead ass? If I was a betting man, if I was to take up a bet, I'm betting that that's probably the reason why he got sore throat, because he said he can't talk. And I done had strep throat. I've never had a sore throat bad enough to where I couldn't talk. So it's like, nigga, how did you come about getting a sore throat so bad that you can't fucking talk?
He ate something that was a little too right.
Yeah, so in which case, unfortunately, y'all, cuz is not on the pod today. Hopefully we wish him a speedy recovery, but we just gonna chunk it up to cuz being cuz, and that's the reason why he has a sore throat. With that being said, though, we didn't get a listener this week, so if you ever feeling froggy, feel like taking a leave, go ahead and reach out to us at www.stopthefoolishness.podcast.com to submit all those dope listener letters. Before we get into it, though, since you got any life updates, got anything to tell the people, the world?
No, just I had a good weekend, spent it with my sister, help her. Cater a wedding, and
how many people was it?
Had a good time. I think it was at least. It was catered to be 150, but I don't think it was 150. I think it was a little bit less than that.
Okay,
but it was quite a few people there. It was popping.
What does it serve?
So she served seafood pasta that you had the choice between with chicken, crawfish, shrimp, Cajun pasta, or just chicken by itself, because not everybody eats seafood.
Yeah.
And we had salad, fruit, rolls, sweet tea, unsweet tea, and lemonade.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. All right, let's drop it one time for sis, man. Shout out to sis.
She did it.
Yeah.
She did the damn thing. Everybody was highly impressed with her food. They loved it. She passed out a lot of cards. We were selling it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. That's what's up, man. The thing about it though is like sis is really good at networking though, and like in business, networking is like important. So I have no doubt that like she'll be successful. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt whatsoever. I saw the woman in action. Real talk though, she was chopping it up with the people who owned the place. So the people who owns the place, that's their business. Like they do wedding events, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she even fixed homegirl to play. Hey, try my food. So they have her card. So they're going to be recommending her to other people who's throwing events. So yeah, like sis did the damn thing. She was definitely selling it. I said, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's really good at networking. And I know that shit because like she was What? Her birthday was like fucking 40 days after she had started her new job, and she already had people from the job at her birthday dinner. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Dinner. Yeah.
Like, nah, bro. Like, this girl can make a friend quick. she can make a friend quick. I was like, okay, all right. Well, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. And networking is a skill, man. So in which case, if you can network, then like the rest will take care of itself, you know what I'm saying? As long as your product is up to par. So in which case, you know, shout out to sis. One more time. One round of applause for sis, man, for being doing the damn thing. Okay. I got nothing going on this week. Just happy to finally have a job where I get a 3-day vacation. You know what I'm saying? So,
don't it feel good?
It feels great, man. Cause I ain't doing shit today. That's why I barbecued yesterday. Cause I was all like, I'm not barbecuing the day before I got to go back to work. Yeah. Exactly. Dead ass chilling. So, and I got lunch for the rest of the week. So in which case that's what's up. But yeah, nothing too major over here. You know what I'm saying? Still just, getting people onto the pod, you know what I'm saying, shooting my interviews, getting those set up. So in which case I got multiple interviews set up. So shit's just gonna start rolling, just start cranking down the pipe now. Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that being said though, one more time, shout out to sis. Let's get into our still unpaid sponsor, Miss Toya's Gift of Soul. Uh-oh. Motherfucker not running. Uh-oh.
Hey, Chef Toya here, owner and head chef with Toya's Gift of Soul. Located in Arlington, Texas. We are your one-stop shop to satisfy your soul. We specialize in oxtails, wings, seafood, and much more. We offer very affordable prices. We cater, meal prep, and we'll even handle your weekly night meals. We will also travel. For more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Toya's Gift of Soul. Contact me, 469-849-2521, and let Toya's Gift of Soul feed your soul.
All right, y'all know what it is. If you're out there in that Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth area, Plano, Duncanville, Irving, and all them other places that I can't never name.
I'm going to add to the list Mansfield, because that's where she's relocated to. So, and that's where we were. So you got Mansfield, Texas now. All that place out there.
Too. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, didn't even know where Mansfield, Texas was. You know, if you'd have told me Mansfield, Texas, I'd have been like somewhere near a big ass city. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, you know, don't know.
The same person who came to my high school graduation that was in Mansfield, Texas.
I don't know what that means. I didn't drive there. I didn't drive there. You know, I thought that shit was in Dallas, nigga.
Hilarious.
You know, dead ass. I did not know that like all the like I because it's hard to tell sometimes between places that are just like title shit and then what's the actual city, right? So for a long time I thought that like all these other places were just like sub cities within like the actual city. So I didn't like I hear we got like Katy, Texas. Like Katy, Texas is actually Katy, Texas. I just thought that shit was called Katy because you know that was the school district and like all that other shit, right? So it wasn't until I was like 22 that like I actually started learning that like nigga these cities are actual cities, bro. Like it's not all just Dallas and shit. Because remember I told you my nigga at Walmart checked me.
What was it, Mesquite or
no, it was Irving, Texas. You know what I'm saying? It was Irving, Texas, and I was all like, oh, so you from Dallas? He was all like, no, nigga, I'm from Irving. Oh, okay.
Okay.
My bad. Educate your boy because I'm ignorant over here. Talk to your boy because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as I'm concerned, nigga, that's Dallas. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But shout out to sis, man. If you're in that Dallas metropolitan Fort Worth area, go ahead and hit her up. You know what I'm saying? She's doing big things. She's doing big things, y'all. You okay?
All
right.
Hey, bridal, baby shower, wedding.
Whatever.
She just catered a wedding. She's got a bridal brunch.
Exactly.
About to cater. She's got another wedding in July. She's doing the damn thing.
Yeah. So book her quick. She might be booked. Okay. All right. So as y'all know, we normally like to bring foolishness, laughter, love to the pod, but unfortunately, our first topic is a tragedy and its devastation, and I just feel the need to say that we have to talk about it because it's on a scale that it was so bad that it has to be addressed. So in which case, let's go ahead and let's talk about the Uvalde shooting. I don't really so much want to focus on the shooting itself because ain't really much to say other than what's already been said about it, right? Like we know that a lunatic barricaded himself inside of a school and shot and killed 21 people, 19 students, and 2 teachers. All because of, and I haven't read much up on it since Friday, so I have no idea why this dude even did it. I just know that it started with the altercation between him and his grandmother. Shot her, was walking down the street with rifles on his back, pulled up into the school, barricaded himself, and just started shooting teachers and students. So that's pretty much it, the gist of it. Why he did it, who or what type of person he was, don't really have much background on that. But
I read just a little something.
Okay, go ahead and give us the update on the guy.
He apparently was bullied a lot. Family didn't have much. I guess I said very little. Like I really haven't seen a lot on the kid.
To that
just
extent,
that little snippet that he was bullied a lot himself. Parents didn't have much money. He was being made fun of about the clothes that he wear and stuff like that.
And see, I saw a video. I didn't watch it, but it was contradicting that statement. It was a kid that knew him that said that, like, nah, he was the one bullying. Like,
really?
In which case, yeah, this conflicting reporting going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So in which case, it none of it matters though, right? Because at the end of the day, like, you have to be the lowest of life forms to pull up into an elementary school and shoot just people in general, right? So it's I can't imagine the devastation that the parents are going through where you lose your child. And in the classroom that he was in, it was cousins in the classroom, like cousins that died. So not only were, you had 19 families, but you also have 2 children from the same family who were lost, and it's a travesty beyond measure. Shout out to the teachers, because all reports state that, they threw themselves in front of their students to sacrifice themselves. And that in itself is true heroism, the complete act of selflessness, and it's amazing because teachers truly care about their students, which is the reasons why they need to be taken care of more and they're a precious resource. But I cannot talk about this without talking about the way law enforcement handled this shit, because when I say this shit was an utter disaster, it was an utter disaster. Now I'm gonna take a minute here to explain this shit thoroughly, so that way I can hope that someone hears this and it finally hits home. I've been stating for the longest that a big part of the reason as to why we have such a disconnect in our discussions about law enforcement and civil rights and the over policing and the militarization of police, and that shit needs to stop, is because propaganda, movies, all that type of shit has made us believe that police officers are like these heroes, shining knight type figures who, are willing to jump in front of a bullet to save, everybody. And we found out that really ain't the case. Matter of fact, every time we have one of these situations, we have this case, right? So we have this argument. And I want us to get past like this good cop, bad cop, and understand that policing is just a profession. Like, law enforcement is just a profession. I don't know why y'all seem to think that like these people get up every day and believe that, like, I can believe that like they want to make a difference in their communities, but they're not the type to jump in front of a bullet. I learned 2 things when I was 21 years old that ultimately, when I purchased my first gun, that made me purchase my first gun, and it stuck with me to this day. Those 2 things that I learned was that, 1, police officers carry a gun to protect themselves, not you. And 2, that, damn, I lost my train of thought there for a second. And secondly, that, when you ultimately at the time when you need the police, they're not going to be there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so in which case you have to take care of yourself. You have to be prepared in order to inflict violence in the exact same manner in which it's presented to you. And so just to put this on the record, say it's there, right? I firmly believe in the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. And just to put it wholly out front, the thing is that when the time comes, or if the time ever comes in your life where like where your life is put on the line, you have to be able to defend yourself. Like, the way policing is set up in general, it's not designed to protect. Like, it's a reactive system. That's the way that it is, right? Even if we wanted to believe that every police officer was fully dedicated and wanted to protect, the system isn't even designed to protect people. Okay, like, they have to get called first. Okay, so by the time you kicked in the door, I think the average response time is like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. By the time you kicked in the door, homie done murdered your whole family and is probably already down the street before the police even get into their car. You know what I'm saying? So in which case, this argument that we keep having about from the extreme left radicals that's like, we need to confiscate all guns, do away with all guns. It's just not realistic. Guns have infiltrated America on a level that it would take, I don't know if it's even possible, right? But let's just assume that it was a way to confiscate all guns, right? You're talking decades of time that it would take to even do that, right? So now I can't defend my family and myself because, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all want to confiscate all guns and you believe that like nobody should have, you know what I'm saying, certain weapons and different things like that. Like, no, man. I'm saying that's where you lose people in the argument, because like when you talk about sensible gun laws, okay, cool. I understand some of those make sense and I'm down with them. But the whole confiscating all weapons, like, no, right? Because once again, let's go back to the point I'm trying to make here, is that police officers aren't heroes. They're not. Like, we want to make them out to be that, but that's really not the case. These motherfuckers stood outside for over an hour. For over an hour, man, while this dude was inside killing children, man. Like, and not one motherfucker decided or even said to themselves like, yo, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like, he's in there with kids. With kids. Like, not one.
Kids. This is not no bank robbery. This is not no kids. These babies 9, 10 years old, elementary school. Like, I can't even fathom. Like, my prayers, my heart breaks for these families. I mean,
it's just a complete.
I have no words.
It's just a complete devastation and just utter lack. And you know, I'm not even. It's like people been using the word cowardly, all that. I'm not even gonna go that far, right? My point is that self-preservation reigns above anything. Like everything in life, self-preservation is that thing, right? So the reason as to why we always have these arguments about police shootings is because cop supporters always want us to understand that, like, yo, they're trying to make it home to their family at night. That's exactly what these cops were doing, right? Like, dude had body armor. They were trying to make it home to see their family at night. So they weren't about to run in there and sacrifice themselves for some kids. That's it. Plain and simple. No matter how you want to look at it, that's it. I'm not trying to hear about how, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, they had orders. Fuck all that. If you're a good person and you claim that like you're the type of person to throw yourself on a landmine, take a bullet for people, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna run in, they didn't do that. And I'm not trying to hear the argument anymore about whether or not police officers are really them dudes, because when these motherfuckers had the opportunity to truly put their fucking life on the line and go in there for them children, they ain't do a motherfucking thing, man. And that shit is aggravating as hell, because again, this is what the job that you signed up for. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And the whole point, the whole argument that I've been trying to get to people is that it's in these moments that we realize that these motherfuckers ain't cut out to do that shit. Okay.
They're not cut out for it.
And what you need to understand as a person is this is the reason why you need to be armed, because in the time when you will need these motherfuckers, they will not be there. Okay. Right. Your life is not as precious to them as theirs is. Yep. And that was clearly evident by them not running into the school to protect these children. Okay. And I'm not knocking them, right? Because I'm not a hero. My gun is to protect me and my family. Okay. Facts. All right. So if I'm out, shit gets to popping off, I'm securing my family first. And then if I have the opportunity to do something about it, then I will do something, right? And ain't nobody gonna shame me for that, because that's the fucking reality. I'm getting my children and my wife to safety, and that's it. And then after that, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have the opportunity to take the motherfucker out, that's what's gonna happen, right? But like, I'm not throwing myself in front of a bullet because, see, my family needs me. But see, that's the reason why I'm not a cop. That's the reason why I would never do that, because I know I'm not cut out for that shit. Okay. Exactly. And we be making all these excuses and talking all this shit about how, like, why don't you do the job? Motherfucker, I don't do the job because I recognize that I can't do that job. Exactly. It's the same reason why I'm saying that these motherfuckers here need to take a deep, hard look in the mirror and realize that, like, yo, you probably ain't cut out for this shit.
Exactly.
Because
ain't nobody forced you to be a cop. Ain't nobody told you to be the cop. You know what comes along with being a cop.
At least we thought.
At least we thought. If you're not cut out for it, like you said, take a long look in the mirror and talk to you. Like, figure that shit out.
Oh, it leads me back. Okay, so I messed up on my second rule because now I remember now. The main reason I bought a gun was because one, cops' gun is there to protect them, not you. Secondly, cops are the only public servants who have who are not legally required to actually do what they say they're supposed to do, which is to protect you. Okay. If you walk into your doctor's office, okay, and you claim to be sick, and this is something I just learned as well, right? Let's say you have high blood pressure or something like that. He is legally required to recommend you medicine. That's the reason why the pharmaceutical company, that's the reason why doctors recommend medicine, y'all. Okay. Not to digress here a bit, but I just recently learned this. So even if a doctor thinks that like you may be okay with just like exercise and dieting, because they are legally required to make sure that that you get better. Okay. Cause if you walk out of that door without them prescribing you medicine and you have like a heart attack or some shit, right? They can be sued by their malpractice because of that shit. So they have to prescribe you medicine because they are legally required to. Okay. All right. Same thing. Let's get up off of this here real quick. Let's go back here. Same thing. I think it's either called the Good Samaritan law, or I know for a fact it's every healthcare professional, right? If I'm walking down the street, right? If I'm at a restaurant, right? And you start choking or you start like hyperventilating or whatever, right? I'm required to administer you CPR. I think there's even like a Good Samaritan law as well. I think as a person, like you're required to like call 911 or do help with something, right? You are legally required to administer help because you are definitely for healthcare professionals, because you are a healthcare professional. Lawyers are legally required to administer counsel to the people that come to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they have to like write these papers and do all this shit to withdraw from doing that shit. Police officers are the only profession where they are not legally required to do what it is that they're supposed to do. There's no legal ramifications for them to say, yo, I have to protect you. I guess politicians too, because politicians don't have any legal requirement to like pass laws and shit. They do, because like otherwise they wouldn't stay in office, although I guess they kind of don't, but that's a different conversation.
So pretty much if it's me, a gunman at a gas station, a cop, it's just us three. The cop is not legally obligated to protect me from the gunman. He
can get in his fucking car and leave. He does not have any legal, he's not legally required to protect you. I feel
like protecting her today.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
Learning that you have to understand that like, yo, you are your best option when it comes to violence. Okay. And I get it. Everyone isn't aggressive. And this goes back to like, now the conversation is, well, we need to arm teachers. Motherfucker, everybody shouldn't have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get past the point that like, yo, giving all teachers guns. First off, not every person in the world should own a gun, right? There's a specific set of group of people who should carry guns. You know what I'm saying? Although if you want my opinion, I believe all people should, because in which case, if everyone has the same dynamics, most people wouldn't attempt the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because if most people were armed, I do believe that, you know, mutual assured destruction, if you look that up, that if they pulled up into a Walmart and they knew everyone had a gun, they're probably less likely to do mass shootings, right? That could be an argument, but it's not really a reality, because most people aren't going to buy a gun. Most people don't even carry a gun. I think less than 50% of people in America own a gun, or I think it's less than 30% of people in America own a gun, and less than like 8% carry one. You know what I'm saying? Like the statistics are really low. And that's the reason why during these mass shootings, there's never a good guy around with a gun, because most people don't carry guns. Okay. They're scared of them. You know, you got to take training, all that shit. It's just not feasible, you know what I'm saying, from like the far right. Like, let's take the most radical ideas from the far right. Let's arm every teacher. Motherfucker, that's not possible, bro. Can you imagine a 70-year-old grandma pulling up into a fucking high school who, you know what I'm saying, ain't never even handled a 22 millimeter. Now she has to like pack a gun to protect her children because, you know what I'm saying, we don't have armed people at the door, or we don't have police officers stationed at every single school. And this whole debacle here from top to bottom was terrible because, you know, Governor Greg Abbott came out and said, you know what I'm saying, because of police quick responses, you know, this shit wouldn't have been as bad as like it could have been worse. Motherfucker, that entire account of what you got did not happen at all. Okay. Nobody engaged him. He walked right into that motherfucker. Okay. Yep. The police officer that was stationed at the school, because there was one, he never engaged him. You know, police officers did go in there. The motherfucker started shooting back at him. They couldn't take him down. So they retreated out of the school, set up a perimeter, and then kept parents from running up in there and getting their kids up out of the school. It's like everything that could have gone wrong, that police officers could have did wrong, they did wrong. Only thing that they didn't do wrong, you know what I'm saying, is I guess shoot somebody. That's it. That's the only thing that would have made the situation worse. And again, I'm not calling them cowards. I'm not going to say they were cowards, because I understand the need for self-preservation. You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying you signed up for a job. You signed up to protect people, right? Like that's the shit that like y'all get up every day, throw your badge on, walk out, and you're supposed to say to yourself, like, yo, I'm here to protect people. And y'all didn't protect them people, man. 21 people total, 19 children and 2 adults.
Did their best to protect them kids.
It's aggravating as hell, man. Because
they put themselves in harm's way to try to protect those babies at all costs.
Because teachers care.
Teachers did.
Because teachers care. They care about their kids. And this is why and this is ultimately the point that I'm trying to drive home. Being a police officer is a profession. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So we have to get out of this concept of seeing them as good and bad. We have to judge them based off of their ability to be professionals. And if we're talking professionally, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And the even more fucked up part about this, right? Let's just say we were able to judge them professionally and just start firing motherfuckers. We really couldn't. You can't replace a whole fucking police department. Like, it's just not even a reality. Like, you cannot replace an entire police department, bro. And it's not so much that I want to harp on police officers. I want to harp on us for seeing them as that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's judge them based off of the profession and what they are supposed to do. Not good, not bad. 90% of people are average. So 90% of police officers are average. You know what I'm saying? They just get up, go to work, do their job. Just based off of statistics,
just
right?
Like what we do.
Exactly.
We get up, go to work, get our paycheck, go home. And that's it. They want to come home to their families just like we want to come home to our families. So at the end of the day, they saw a situation. They said, nope, I got my wife and kid or whatever at home. I'm not putting myself in danger. I'm not putting myself in that situation. Exactly. And that's what it is. And just like you said it perfect. We have glorified, because what we've seen in TV, what we've seen in movies, comic books, whatever, whatnot, that these cops are this. No, just like my brother said, no, it's not like that at all. And this is a proven point. Exactly. It is not like that. Because if it was, it wouldn't have happened the way it happened.
I'm just flabbergasted, bro, that like not one officer was out there making a fool. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Wanted him, 8-7 of us, like, we need to take him out. There are kids in there.
Over an hour, bro. Over an hour, they was outside standing around preventing parents from going in there and getting their motherfucking kids. It's aggravating.
You have parents that was more willing to bust up in the school and get shit done than damn cops were.
Because it was their kids. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
it was their kids. I
want my baby. Yeah.
I just hope this is finally like the wake up call. Like we have to stop having this good and bad conversation. I'm saying as the opposition to those who are cop enthusiasts, and who wants to have a bad relationship with cops. That isn't the goal here. But I'm saying we have to stop letting them drive the narrative of good versus bad. Oh, we're the good cops. No, there are motherfuckers that don't do bad shit. But like this is a conversation I've been wanting to have for a while. And we'll have it like later one of these days. But like the word good gets thrown around way too much. Just because you don't do something bad doesn't make you good. Like, you have to be doing good things in order to be good at something, right? Absolutely. So just not fucking shooting everybody you stop at a traffic light and doesn't make you a good cop. You know what I'm saying? You can be average. Like, he's just an average cop. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a fuck about too much. Ain't really a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make him good because he ain't bad. It's like the dumbest argument ever. I just don't have any more energy for this, man. But again, my heart and sadness and my condolences go out to the people of Uvalde. It's unfortunate. But again, I'm a firm believer that, you know, as we talk about this and it stays in the news cycle for like the next 2 weeks and we move past it, something has to be done, man. You know, and I'm not naive enough to say, oh, well, you know, we should just have any gun laws. We should arm everybody. It's just not realistic. Okay. And I'm good with arming teachers if we gonna pay them $75,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like if we gonna give them like a shit ton of money, sure. Like, yeah, arm the teachers.
All means go.
Yeah. If they have to be security guards and police officers and fucking, you know what I'm saying, like mercenaries and you know what I'm saying, John Wick and, you know, fucking Dr. Phil all at the same time. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. If you paying them $75,000 a year, you know what I'm saying? Ted Cruz was saying some dumb shit about fucking what was he saying? Putting one door to the fucking school. Bro, I'm not even I'm not a fire marshal, but that just seems seems like the dumbest shit ever.
Nigga, what if a fire break out? Like, nigga, what?
Not even that, sis. Not even that. So you put an armed guy at the door, right? All right, so so me, an active shooter, I kill that motherfucker. Guess what? Now police only got one way into the motherfucking school.
That part.
Okay, like I could have strangled him when he said that shit. Like, bro, you can't be this fucking stupid, dog. Like, dead ass.
Yeah, these are the people they put in office. Okay.
But speaking of that, I want to drive a point home here about right-wing people and like people like Ted Cruz, because I'm gonna play a video here and I'm explaining to you why this video makes sense. Okay, here we go. Let's run it real quick.
19 sets of parents who are never going to get to kiss their child goodnight again.
Is this the moment to reform gun laws?
You know, it's easy to go to politics.
But it's important. It's at the heart of the issue.
I get that that's where the media likes to go.
No, it's not. It's where many of the people we've talked to here like to go.
The proposals from Democrats in the media, inevitably, when some violent psychopath murders people.
A violent psychopath who's able to get a weapon so easily. 18-year-old with 2 AR-15s.
If you want to stop violent crime, the proposals the Democrats have, none of them would have stopped this.
But why does this only happen in your country? I really think that's what many people around the world just, they cannot fathom. Why only in America? Why is this American exceptionalism so awful?
You know, I'm sorry you think American exceptionalism is awful.
I think this aspect of it.
You get your political agenda.
No, it's honestly,
God love you.
Senator, it's not. I just want to understand why you do not think that guns are the problem.
Why is this just an American problem?
It is just an American problem, sir.
Mr. Cruz, why is America the only country that faces this kind of mass shooting?
But you can't answer that. You can't answer that, can you, sir? You can't answer that. Why is this country?
Why is it that people come from all over the world to America? Because it's the freest, most prosperous, safest country on earth.
It may be the freest. It may be the most popular.
Why are our kids dying in school?
Okay. Yeah, about that. So in which case, here's my, I'm so annoyed when I see shit like that. It's because, bro, you're a politician, nigga. So I hate when the motherfuckers be like, let's not make this political. Like, what the fuck what are we talking about here, bro?
What are we talking about here? You're a politician. So
Okay.
let's talk politics. Like,
yeah. Secondly,
I'm sorry, I'm a politician, but let's talk about Sunday dinner this Sunday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, any part where he's like, why do people come all over America? All right, bro, you're deflecting, obviously, right?
That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Here's the thing, and this is where, just to end on this part here, my issue with people like Ted Cruz and them is the reason why he didn't have an answer is because Ted Cruz and them really aren't like gun advocates. I follow a ton of, you know, saying firearm instructors, black firearm instructors, black advocates for gun. They all would have been able to answer that question. See, he's not able to answer it because he really don't care about freedoms to have gun. He just cares about, you know what I'm saying, the people who lobby to him, you know what I'm saying, into Congress and to the Senate and, you know what I'm saying, like his donors and shit. That's what he cares about. Like, he don't actually really care about gun advocacy, because if he did, he would have been able to answer that question. Because to be honest with you, a simple answer is, and you know, this is just keeping it real, nobody fucking knows why these mass shootings keep happening. Okay, sure, you could go as easy as to say because they have access to guns, but millions of people buy guns every year. we not out here shooting up schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't just be because we have access to guns. I know for a fact it's people out here that can rival most military bases as far as like how many weaponry and the ammunitions they have stored in their goddamn house. Okay. They could give most military bases a run for their money. They not out here shooting up schools. You know what I'm saying? It's so there's really not an answer to that. And all he simply had to say was, here's the thing, is that I understand people are hurting. I understand that that's where people would probably want to go. But you know what I'm saying? Your fear of said weapons doesn't overrule my ability to protect myself. And in which case, that's a conversation we can have for another day. You know, we'll look into it. We'll see where this shit goes. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to defend my family to the best of my ability, and limiting American people the right to bear arms is never going to do that. Isn't going to do that. So I'm never going to go in that direction. And that's all the fuck he had to say. But see, he didn't say that because he don't really care about gun advocacy. Yeah. He just cares about what the people who donate to him care about. He don't actually really care about your ability to have guns. To see, that's where I say they are full of shit. Okay. Like, don't sit up here and be the trophy, the fucking spokesperson standing out in the front, you know what I'm saying, advocating for shit that you really don't care about. Because if you cared about it, you would have been able to answer that shit. Because none of these people are stupid, bro. Well, I don't know. That's up for debate. But like, we believe that none of these people are stupid. We believe that they're highly intelligent people maintaining, you know, saying high levels in the government. So in which case, you're supposed to have some level of sense. But see, he couldn't answer it because he doesn't really actually care. So when Ted Cruz gets up here and starts talking about, you know what I'm saying, like what Democrats propose wouldn't work. Well, what's your solution, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the answer to it? And don't give me no fucking single door to the school, man. That's just the dumbest shit ever.
Let me ask you something. Do you think they do make it too easy though to get a gun?
I don't know, because hear me out here for a second. Let's take a situation from somebody that we know, right? Let's say that person did not own a gun already. Yeah. Okay. Person calls him up, says, yo, I'm pulling up on you tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. You could go tell the police, but the police aren't going to go arrest that person because all you have is just your word walking up in here saying that person said he was going to pull up on you. Yeah. See, now that person has the ability, if they live in Texas, to walk in the academy, purchase a firearm in under an hour, you know what I'm saying? Go get minimal training, go to shooting range or whatever, or at bare minimum, understand the basics and everything be taught to them right there at the counter. And if that person really does pull up, they have the ability to defend themselves at that time, right? And plenty of people have not taken people's threats seriously and have winded up on the 9 o'clock news that very same night. Exactly. So in which case, that's where my argument always comes in. I understand sensible gun laws, and you know, if that's what it took to stop mass shootings, then I guess I would kind of be okay with it. But at the end of the day, I'm saying people have to have the ability to defend themselves because police aren't going to be there when you need them. Oh, and absolutely. And again, that isn't to knock them. It's just how they're set up. It's the way the world works. It's impossible. They can't, you don't have instant transmission where you can hit a button on a wall and they just drop into your living room. Like that's, you know, they parachute down into your backyard and shit. Like that's not how the world works. Somebody kicking your fucking door, you have to be able to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a delicate argument. And as of right now, it is hard. And, you know, you could say that like, it's too easy to get certain weapons, right? Maybe AR-15s and shit. Maybe those need to have extended waiting periods of times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. But if someone's planning to do some shit, usually they take months to do this. You remember the Las Vegas shooting where all those people was out there at concerts and the dude was like on a balcony? I mean,
just taking them out. Yep.
Yeah, dude had been planning that shit for months. Like it's nothing you can do about that. You know,
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, no. And the unfortunate part is shit like that you can't do nothing about. No. What I'm saying is, to all my people out here that are afraid and saying, yeah, like, yo, we'll never be able to get rid of guns, right? And I'll go even take it to a conspiracy level here real quick. If they did somehow make it harder to get guns, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's about, right? People don't like resistance. So if you make it harder for people to get guns, people will stop buying them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the reason why, like, I look at people like Ted Cruz and shit like that, and I say, y'all full of shit, because y'all don't really care about gun advocacy. You care about what, you know, saying gun manufacturers care about. They don't care about gun advocacy. They care about the bottom dollar. And we know that if you put resistance in a way, sales will drop. Okay. Yep. So in which case, and that's really all it's about at the end of the day. So I'm saying, as somebody that owns guns in the double digits, I might be speaking from a place of somebody that already has as many weapons as I'll probably ever need in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I loaned Max a gun. I can do that because I got a gun in every fucking room in his house. So in which case, you know, I'm speaking from somebody that has every weapon that I would want. Now, somebody that doesn't, you know, they may think a little differently. So I'm saying it's things like that where I don't know the answer to it. I can't really tell you, but I know those conversations need to be had. And like the people who we pay to be politicians to have these conversations, y'all need to start fucking having them and not just sitting around arguing and bitching all the goddamn time about it. I know that.
That part.
You know,
that whole entire part.
Yeah.
You ain't never lied about that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't really have an irk this week, sis. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you take the floor. So go ahead, let's go ahead and get your irk this week. All
right. So I'm gonna put in a bit of a scenario. You know, because so okay, here we go, bro. You got a friend who's getting married, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you know his girl's been still seeing her ex behind his back.
Okay.
Do you tell him before he marries her?
Do I tell my friend?
Yes.
Yes, I tell him. Okay. I tell him. We've had this conversation before. Okay, I tell him that day, or unless I see her in the act and I give her time, I say, "Lo, you either tell him or I'm gonna tell him."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How you supposed to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen.
Damn.
But it still happened. So my irk is the friend because you're not a friend.
Oh
like,
no.
Why would you let your friend go through that knowing what you know and have the proof and the receipts on it?
So I'm gonna give one caveat though.
Okay.
Because there are some people who don't take news well, and you know they're not gonna believe you anyway. I guess you should still. I guess you should still say something. But it's like
I did include that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on my good conscience because that'd be the same friend. If it comes out later and they found out you knew, then they're gonna be pissed at you. Like, well, then nigga, why didn't you tell me? So you get what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged sword kind of situation.
Okay.
I'd rather tell you and you use your own discernment whether or not you want to stay with that person. At least this way, you either be mad at me and get over it later, or at least this way, I know it won't be on my good conscience. You know what? I did my part. What you do with it is on you. Did that make sense? Like, I'd rather take that risk than me holding that in and me kikiing and laughing and eating in your face and chilling at your house. And I'm looking like, really? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And so again, that didn't happen.
All right.
But yeah, prayers to that situation. That's all I got to say.
Well, you know, it's
God bless. You know what? I know it worked for the best. It'll work itself out. God bless.
Yeah, that's always a tough one. Like I say, because personally, I feel like if you're a friend and you know, like you said, like you really ain't my friend if you don't tell me.
You ain't a friend. I'm sorry.
Why you ain't tell me?
Because that just to me.
But also,
you're
some
showing
people
your true self. You're showing. So what all would you keep from me then? You get what I'm saying? It's like,
but also some people really just don't like delivering bad news. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, you know, cause I got certain friends I know for a fact, like they find out some shit, like nigga, they FaceTiming me like then and pulling up on them with me on FaceTime. like that's the kind of homies I got. And
exactly. Like, look, I just want you to know. Yeah, I got him on the phone right now. Yeah. You see this, right?
I got one homie I know for sure would pull up with me on FaceTime. Like, here, go ahead and talk to him real quick. Tell him what's up. Okay. Yeah, she here with a nigga, bro. Like, I'm gonna go and let you out later. Okay. And then look,
I'm telling you right now, if it had to do anything with you or my sisters, no cap. I'm doing the exact same
thing. I think family will tell you though. Like, family's always gonna be like that person that tells you. But as far as friends go, I do know that I probably have some friends, you know, that probably just don't know how to navigate that situation. And, you know, they would, I don't know. I don't know if they would tell me or not, you know, because.
She'll call me so quick, it's not even funny. She'd be like you. She'd be like your friend FaceTiming, Skyping, texting, calling, like she's going to do whatever's necessary. Facebook Live, she's going to do whatever's necessary.
I feel you.
To make sure I get.
I know. Did you know? I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's always a tough one. But I don't know if I can go as far as to say not a friend, because like me, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could see someone struggling with telling you because they don't know how to tell you. You see what I'm saying? They were trying to find a great time to tell you, because a lot of people don't like difficult conversations. And even though they ain't really part of that difficult conversation, they don't want to be that person to deliver that news. You feel me?
Now, it does get a little trickier. So what if the friend who's being cheated on is she's friends with both parties?
Huh? And that's where shit gets fucked up, right? Because it's like,
so she's friends with this homegirl and this homegirl. This one's the one that's getting married.
Yeah.
The other one's the one that's doing you get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. The one
with both of them kind of situation.
So she friends with the side chick and the chick that's getting married?
Boom.
Oh man, that's tough. But because again, see, let's go back to some shit I told Trish before. Niggas hold niggas accountable, bro. Like we tend to, especially like once we mature to that point where we finally know right from wrong, like we get on niggas, bro. Like you'll see it in group chats all the time, man. When niggas get in there complaining about their chick, the first thing we'll do is we'll be like, all right, nigga, but what did you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's two sides to this story.
It's two sides to this story.
Women don't be doing that a lot of time, dog. I'm gonna hold y'all to that. Like a lot of time, y'all just be riding with the friend, or you know, like it'd be like to each his own. Like niggas won't do that shit, bro. Like if I was friends with two homies and I knew my homeboy was like my other homie was like sleeping with my other homeboy girl, like nah, bro, you don't have to stop, nigga, because like we can't be cool. Like I can't betray his trust like that, knowing you doing that shit. And honestly, nigga, you need to go tell him, because I'm gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you could be mad at me if you want to, but you shouldn't have told me, nigga, because now I know.
Exactly. Now I know.
You feel me?
Exactly.
It's just all like if family ever start doing drugs, don't tell me, because I'm snitching. I ain't going to jail for you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got me fucked up. I'm like dead ass. I'm not going to jail for y'all. Like
unless they drop off a bag full of money of $1 million, then you might think differently.
Hey, you know, hey, that money talk. That money talk. Okay, let's get that shit thoroughly clear.
I'm snitching. Here's $1 million.
I don't know shit, nigga. I don't know a motherfucking thing. I don't know shit, bro. What you mean, dog? Like y'all put me in here for no reason, because I swear to God, I don't know nothing.
I'm Switzerland in this bitch.
Dead ass. Nigga. Bro, you was just gonna turn state witness. Well, you know, things change. Okay. Thought you had the fart, but you had the shit, huh? Woo! Should have got that shit in writing. Cause that shit is not happening now, my nigga. Woo! I'm trying to tell you, I ain't $1 million.
Oh,
shit,
man.
yo, I didn't. Yeah, I'm taking that one for $1 million. For $1 million? Yeah, bro. I gonna do whatever little time I'm gonna get. You know, fuck it.
That shit right.
Okay,
baby, I'll see you in 2 years.
Dead ass. Hey, baby, she gon' shit. I tell Trish I gotta do 2 years for $1 million. She gonna be all like, hey, yo, you a good daddy. You know that? She dead ass gonna be like, you know what? You father of the year, bro. Dead ass. If I gotta do 2 years in jail, I get to keep the $1 million. Shit,
it's like $1 million too.
It's like less.
That's a vacation,
nigga. Shit. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. All right, we running a little long time. All right, let's go ahead and pull up this story from Reddit here real quick. All right, since you found this one, this comes from the Dating Over 30. All right, let's go ahead. You can go ahead and read it, sis.
Okay, so I feel very comfortable with my girlfriend, but I am realizing I am not sexually attracted to her. We've 36 male, 30 female, been dating almost a year now. This was the first time in my life I felt so comfortable with a person. Literally felt the chemistry, so I thought physical attraction would come over time since it wasn't that high. Now I am realizing this is the maximum I am getting for her. but I really do love her and never felt so comfortable with anyone else. What should I do? I am not sure it's a good idea to tell her that because it might scar her confidence about her sexuality. I don't want to break up either, but I don't want to have sex with her.
That's a conundrum.
Like you found your best friend.
I mean, I honestly, right?
Like you're that comfortable with her. Like it really sounded like you found your best friend, not someone that you were supposed to be physically attracted to, but a person who was brought in your life for a reason. But clearly,
yeah, this is a really difficult conversation to have because, as he's alluded to, if you tell someone that you don't find them attractive, that's just skull crushing. I mean, that's soul crushing. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
You wait a year?
But you know, the funny thing to this is, so me and Trish done got up on this show on Netflix called Love is Blind. This is kind of what it's about. So the premise to the show is in the beginning, for 7 days, for a week, y'all sit behind these walls and you just talk to people. You don't see each other. You don't see no physicalness. You ain't even supposed to ask about it, right? Like you just get to know the person as they soul. You're supposed to open up, be truthful, be who you are. You're supposed to fall in love with the person without seeing what they look like. Okay. Then the second part of it is you go to this vacation island for like another 7 days or whatever, for like a week, to see now if this person if you now can connect on a physical level. You fell in love with their soul. You fell in love with who they were as a person. Can you connect on the physical level? Now, all these people are attractive, right? There ain't really been one person who wasn't like attractive. So it's kind of funny that we say that, but each person has their own like type of, you know, attraction, right?
Yeah.
But there was one this past season where, yeah, it never came to him though, right? And dude was an asshole, but like, and that's the sucky part because he was a shitty person, but in the way that he would explain it all the time. And I think it was more of he was an asshole because, like, you know, niggas do that insecure shit where, you know, they act like assholes because they don't really want to be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. But there were times when he was talking about it where, like, you know, he was just keeping it a buck. It was all like I want it to be there, but it's not there, you know? And so ultimately at the end of the day, that's kind of the thing though. I do find it incredibly odd, though, that you would have dated over a year when physical attraction is kind of something that is either there or it's not. What I'm saying? Like, it's like, and when you first posted this, I felt like he was probably like losing physical attractiveness for her, which, you know, sometimes you can gain that shit back. And sometimes with like gaining weight, different things like that'll cause you to fall out of, you know, attraction for someone. But just, we've been dating over a year and like it seems like you just never really found her physically attractive.
And that's what I'm getting from. Like, you just never whatsoever.
That's weird, bro. That's the definition of wasting somebody's time. Like, that's the very definition of that shit. Absolutely. Because you've never thought about that shit. But to this point, though, there's a study that's getting ready to come out that talks about, which there are plenty of studies about it, but about the role of porn and the loss of attractiveness in relationships, because, like, you know, on porn you can find your specific type of person you want to see, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and the negative side effects that it has on like gray brain matter and like all that other shit. So once that shit drop, I'll read that shit, but I'm curious to see, you know, how much that's affecting people's everyday relationships, because we do live in a fantasy world, right? And so when someone doesn't meet our entire fantasy, especially when someone finds everything that they wanted and then we're stuck not having everything that we wanted, and, you know, we're in this whole I'm not settling like type of world or whatever, I'm interested to see, like, when that study drops, like what it has to say about its role on physical attractiveness being lost, like, in relationships, because that kind of, it seems very odd to me that, like, you would wait a whole year to finally be all like, I don't know what to do because I still don't find her attractive. Motherfucker, y'all should have just been friends from jump.
You know, and that's it. That's it. Like,
that's weird, you know, man.
I mean, just like the dude I tried to date, you know, he's like, oh, what I thought was there, and then seeing your person, okay, just not there. Okay. I'd rather you had cut it off at the 2 months than you told me some shit like that a whole year later.
Yeah, right. Because,
like,
I mean,
she could have been out on other dates, met somebody else. You know, you literally wasted a whole year of her time. So in her head, she's thinking he loves me because clearly he said he does. I love her. I'm comfortable with her.
Probably does.
Yeah, but I just don't want to have sex with her.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's
gonna be one difficult ass conversation because this is a whole year later.
Because now it's harder. Yeah, now it's harder to have that conversation.
Harder. You made it harder for yourself. Yeah, to have that conversation.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and pull up this our next story here. So politicians are just running amok here lately and just doing some of the weirdest shit ever. So this comes by way of the spiritual word. It says Tennessee is about to become the first U.S. state to make it a felony. Let me read it again. To make it a felony to camp on local public property such as parks.
Bruh, a felony.
Of course, they would find this shit on Fox News. Fox 17. A rise in homelessness encampments across America has prompted a growing demand for solutions. Tennessee is about to become the first U.S. state to make it a felony to camp on local public property such as parks. It's already a felony in Tennessee to camp on most state-owned property. The crime is punishable by up to 6 years in prison and the loss of voting rights. Oh my God. These, bro, dog, dude, are GOP people really, are people who vote for the GOP, are they really this fucking stupid? These motherfuckers are taking away people's voting rights for sleeping on a fucking bench in a park? My God,
you can't
dog. Vote. How do we vote for any of these niggas, man? Dog. Supporters say the law is needed to get some people to move off the street. Critics say it is cruel and will make homelessness worse. Many landlords won't rent to felons and many employers won't hire them.
That part.
Oh my God.
You're gonna put a felony on their record because they slept on a park bench. So exactly, you're gonna make it hard for them to find a place to stay. You're gonna make it hard for them to find a job, but yet you want to fix homelessness. Make it make sense.
First off,
y'all are putting someone sleeping on a bench up there that somebody is freaking dealing like 10,000 bags of cocaine situation, like rob a bank situation. He's sleeping on a bench. Stop it.
It's so aggravating, dog.
Stop it.
This shit was already nerve-wracking, but to see that like they're going to remove people voting rights because they can't sleep from sleeping on a bench, it's
ridiculous.
It's annoying, man. It really is. And this thought process of, saying you got to go to the extreme, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise people won't take you seriously. It's also stupid as shit. People don't want to be homeless, dog. Like, I don't know why the GOP seem to think that like everybody wants to like just be homeless and like live off the government and shit. Like, yeah, nigga. Okay. Let's keep it going. So I ain't got to punch my face. So this is another one by spiritual word that we found, although this was all over the internet, all over Twitter as well. It says, man who has 33 kids is going viral on social media because nine kids couldn't make it to the photo shoot. She says the legend and the legacy will live forever. I want to thank my kids' mothers for helping me make this day possible. I want to thank Rochelle Leonard and Emily J. Caraway, Missy Okra and Uncle Billy Jackson, Nana and Tammy. I'm not reading all these goddamn names. For our photo shoot and being understanding with 9 missing, it still turned out good. I'm truly blessed. Nigga, look at this shit right here. My God. Bro.
Bro, that whole front row looked like they're the same age.
Nigga. Bro. This man literally got like,
my goodness.
This man literally got like 6 women pregnant all at the same time, dog.
All at the same time, bro.
Bro.
That whole row looked like they ain't nothing but months.
Listen to me, man. So I didn't get a chance to download it, but this nigga had a video of him going ham, telling niggas to shut up, saying pulling out money and like blowing and like just like
flicking out his pull out game.
Because he don't pull out, and he was showing off all the money he got. I'm so sick of this shit. This nigga and Nick Cannon and niggas like this, bro. It's not about money, dog. It's really not, dog. Y'all niggas can be fucking wealthy as shit. Children need a father in the house at all times, bro. We know from studies that children who come from a 2-parent household tend to do better in life, tend to have more confidence, tend to be better people all around in general. Like y'all niggas are creating broken homes, man. Like that's what y'all are doing. And it's really no gray. It's no gray area here. Okay. You cannot be as good a father to 33 kids as you could be to 2 or 3. It's just not possible. And shit happens in life. And unfortunately, you know, parents may not stay together, and that's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? And that shit happens. But for you to intentionally be out here having 33 kids, it's borderline evil, dog. And selfish as shit. That's
very
really
selfish.
That's really what it is, man. It's borderline selfish. And
there's no way you're spending quality time with every single one of those kids unless every single one of those kids live in a house with you.
It's 24 hours in a day. Exactly, right? If all 33 kids lived with this nigga, okay, cool.
Then okay, cool. You best dad in the world.
Yeah,
but
nigga,
if they all spread across the country, here, there, whatever, no.
Yeah.
A FaceTime ain't gonna suffice. A text message is not gonna suffice.
You got so many kids that 9 couldn't make it, nigga. Can you imagine 9 more kids in this fucking picture? What? No. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. This is my idol right here, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. It says a Florida man is expected to plead guilty to bilking more than 20 women. I think they meant to put milking more than 20 women out of roughly 750,000 by posing as an accomplished surgeon on dating sites. Drop one for my boy. Listen, man, I'm being dead ass. I'm not even gonna read this story. The title says it all. Yo, man, it's a lot of money to be made out here, dog. Yo, if anybody that's listening to this know how to scam, you know what I'm saying? Hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this money, man. By any means necessary. No. Damn what sis is saying. We ain't even trying to hear what she talking about. Here, okay.
Okay. It's gonna be like what I sent in the family group chat. I want to scam, but I feel like God going to use me as an example.
No, fuck all that. See, niggas don't know when to get at. I'm very well grounded. I know when to get at. Once I hit 250,000, I'm out this joke. Okay, I'm good, coach. I'm gonna grow this money some other way. I'm getting the fuck up out of here, bro.
He said, I got a good start.
Bro, listen, hit me up if you know the scamming game, you know what I'm saying? Teach me the ins and out, and I'll take you from there. You know what I'm saying? Because hear me out here. Hear me out here, okay? Most of these niggas that doing this don't have no family. They ain't trying to take care of nobody. I got at least if you gonna get scammed, get that money to a nigga that's trying to take care of his people. You know what I'm saying? I got kids to feed. You know what I'm saying? Inflation is running rampant. Help your boy out. That's all I'm saying. I ain't asking for a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just let me scam y'all out of 250,000 and then I'm gonna get the fuck out. I ain't gonna hurt nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hurt nobody else.
I ain't hurt nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, also, I'm gonna start this new trend. Anybody that's listening to this, let everybody know. Cash app your boy $1. If 1 million people cash app me $1, all my bills will be taken care of. My cash app is Skywalker the Truth, SKYWALKACHATRUTH. Hit your boy up. Go ahead, drop your boy $1. I need 1 million people. We pushing this campaign. Hey, yo, we talking about black. Nah, fuck all that. We talking about black.
I think he officially lost it.
We talking about black prosperity. If 1 million people send me $1, you know what I'm saying? If 1 million people send me $1, your boy can take care of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Send me $1. Y'all heard me. All right, let's hit this last one up here real quick. I just want to talk about Kanye here real quick because this shit says Kanye West's fourth. Let me put it up to the screen here. 4th attorney steps down from divorce case against Kim Kardashian.
Damn.
According to new legal documents obtained by The Blast, Kanye West's divorce lawyer Samantha Spector has filed to be removed from the high-profile divorce case. In the filing, Spector says she withdrew from the case due to an irreconcilable breakdown in the attorney-client relationship, adding no additional comment on the matter. Basically, this nigga hard to work with. Okay. It's when we gonna get Kanye some help, y'all? I'm just being honest here. Like when are we finally gonna just be all like, yo, Kanye ain't right? You know what I'm saying? So he now about to be on his 5th attorney, and y'all telling me ain't nothing wrong with this man? You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't understand his genius. Bro, he's going through a divorce and he's now on his 5th attorney. Like, nigga, Kanye gets to pay for the best of the best. And these motherfuckers are withdrawing from counseling him. Okay? Do you understand that if you get to represent Kanye West, you've secured the bag, at least? You know what I'm saying? You can virtually charge whatever anybody wants to charge. And the more difficult this nigga becomes when people don't want to work with him, the more you can fucking charge. And niggas are withdrawing from being this man's counsel. Come on, man. Like, be for real. when money don't matter, that means you a hard nigga to work with. Okay.
That part.
All right. At the same time, these motherfuckers might be accomplished too, and know that they ain't got to put up with this nigga shit. So I mean,
it very well could be. Like they don't
it could be that as well.
Like this ain't it. Like you disturbing my peace, my nigga. This is your duty. Like you killing me.
Like, nigga, I'm taking this home.
Okay, I'm taking this home. Shit.
No, it done got too stressful.
You got
nigga.
to cause me to have a divorce. Like what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
My wife looking at me rolling over in the bed. Niggas, I ain't get.
Them niggas walking out. Them niggas walking away from Kanye every time. Like, yo, man, this nigga really need help. Like, y'all niggas gotta get y'all gotta get your boy some help.
But this is saying, this is saying a lot. Like
it is, bro. Like he's now down to he's out of his fourth.
One person, like I really do feel for Kanye because he.
Nigga's crazy. I'm gonna call it a buck. My man is crazy, dog. But that's it. Before we get up out of here, though, I just want to make fun of one last thing here. So this came by way of it's on site as well. Some tweets from a guy. We had to talk about this one real quick, just to knock it out the park here. So my man, Pride by Godspeed, whatever. This nigga said, having an ugly wife has to be the worst life ever. LOL. Imagine a hard day at work and then your wife send you a selfie trying to brighten your mood up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I chuckled like a motherfucker when I read that shit because I'm like, yo, man, y'all niggas is wild, bro, and mad disrespectful. But look at Shawty with the clap back though. She said it gotta be equivalent to having a broke husband. Imagine you being hungry at work and husband sends you words of encouragement to get through the day instead of lunch money. Hold up, man. One time for the queen, man. One time for the queen, dog, because man, like I wasn't expecting that shit. But that shit, y'all niggas is goofy, man. What's her name? Oh, we gonna give her a shout out. Shay _ bar. She clap back at that boy. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Twitter is that shit. And recently, since I gotten back on Twitter, I've been reminded as to why I never should have got off. Twitter is hilarious, man. It's really where like the niggas with the best sense of humors are, you know, because them niggas is hilarious. Okay. But with that being said, that's all that we have. Sis, did you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, bet. So with that being said, y'all remember, we are now on YouTube. You can go ahead and reach out to us. Search for Stop the Foolishness. Subscribe, like the pod, and hit those notification buttons. Also, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere we like to get your listening pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, we can go ahead and sign out. It's your boy, Imperator Rose. Girl
Ash.
All right, and we out.